Hello students, welcome back to my classroom. So, in this video we're going to learn about Pythagorean theorem. I'm going to actually give you the three types of, how's it called again, formulas for you to solve for Pythagorean theorem. So, the first three formulas, which are the only ones, is going to be a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Then is going to be c squared minus b squared is equal to a squared. And then the last formula is going to be c squared minus a squared is equal to b squared. So the squared is actually a number, which is number 2, number 2, number 2. I cannot make the superscript in this one, so these number 2's are actually what is meant for square. Now we're going to solve all four problems that we need. So we're going to start with number 1, and we're going to use all these formulas as necessary. So the long length is C, which I'm going to type here. C is equal, C is equal for hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, as I said, is equal to C, which is the longest length side here. So this side here is going to be A, and the bottom side is going to be B. These parts, A and B are legs. You'll have to bear with my writing. I do not have anything more to write in because my active slate is failing. So until then, I'll have to use my mouse. So sorry. Now, we're going to apply these formulas into this. So let me make this a little bit bigger. So a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So remember, the squared is the number 2. Now we're going to type in the numbers for each one of them. So, oh wait, sorry, I made a big mistake. This is not to solve for c squared. This is to solve for a squared. So it's going to be c squared minus b squared is equal to a squared. So we're going to put those numbers in. So 19 squared minus 17 squared is equal to a squared. So you're actually going to have to multiply first for you to be able to solve these equations. You can either use your own calculator, or I recommend using decimals.com. Give me just a moment. Type in decimals.com and you can use the 4-function calculator. So now we're going to type 19 times 19 because that squared means to multiply the number by itself. So 19 times 19 is 361, and we have 17 times 17 is equal to 289. So we're going to start obviously with the larger number. So it's going to be 361 minus 289 equals c squared. These numbers don't have squared because they already have been calculated. So you're going to subtract them either by hand. So 361 minus 289 is equal to 72. So you're going to type in 72 is equal to c squared. And then this is the part where you really need to use the calculator. So to find the answer, because we're not done yet, you're going to go to your calculator. You're going to go where it says this little check mark here, and you're going to type your answer you got, which is 72. 72, not 79. So if it depends, if it tells you to round to the nearest tenth, you will. or if to the nearest hundred, you will. But in this case, we're just going to type in the two numbers after the decimal point. So it's going to be, the answer is going to be C without the squared equals 8.48. And that's how you solve for C squared minus B squared equals A squared. Now we're going to do the hypotenuse, which was the one I was wrong in the first one. This is A and this is B. Remember that these are a right triangle, just to let you know. Now we're gonna type in the formula. I forgot, or I couldn't, or I made a mistake to type in the previous slide. Is gonna be A squared. Oh, sorry. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. And we're gonna put in the number squared, squared, squared. Now we're gonna solve it. So A squared is 5 squared plus B squared, which is 13 squared, is equal to C squared. So 5 squared, 13 squared, and C squared. So we're going to do the same on our calculator. 5 times 5, because the squared means to multiply the number by itself, 25, and 13 times 13 is 169. So we're going to add 25 plus 169 equals C squared. Remember, these numbers don't have squared because they've already been calculated. So we're gonna add, we're gonna add these. 169 plus 25, 169 plus 25 is equal to 194. So 194 equals C squared. C squared. And then we're going to type it in the calculator. So this little check mark and 194. Oh, sorry. $194. And our answer is going to be 13.92 equals C. So that is how you solve for A squared plus B squared equals C squared. There we go. And we're going to do number 3. And this is going to be our last one. So we already have our hypotenuse, which is C. We already have a leg, which is A. So we have to find B. So now this is where the other formula takes in place. So C squared minus A squared is equal to B squared. Remember, don't forget the little numbers. You need them. Squared, squared, squared. Now we're going to type in the numbers. So C squared is equal to 20 squared plus, minus, remember it's a minus sign, sorry. 10 squared is equal to C squared. Squared, squared, squared. Now, you're going to multiply by itself. 20 times 20. 20 times 20 is 400. And 10 times 10 is 100. So 400 minus 100 is equal to 300. So 400 minus 100 equals c squared and as I said it equals to 300 equals c squared. And now we're going to plug that in into our calculator. So we put the little check mark and we type in 300. And our answer is going to be 17.32, I believe, equals C. And that's how you solve with the three formulas of Pythagorean theorem. Remember, now the C is your hypotenuse. And as I said, the hypotenuse is the longer side, and A and B are your lengths. Now, if you have any more questions, make sure to reach out to your math teacher, or you can reach out on me on my contact information. I'll leave my email in the link below, in the description below. So if you have any questions, make sure to tell them or tell me. And I hope you found this video helpful, and this will be 7th and 8th grade, or probably just 8th grade. Have a nice day and be safe. Bye bye.